guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Angie. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. So today's video is going to be a little bit different just because I didn't have this video planned. I have my videos planned for the next couple of weeks and this was not even in the question. I just decided to do this video like an hour ago and it's super late at night and I don't have makeup on, and I hope you guys enjoy this video anyways. So just ignore that I have a blanket on. I'm super cold right now for some reason. But yeah. So today's video is just going to be me kind of explaining, I guess, what it's like to be a teen mom, because not a lot of people understand what it's like to be a teen mom unless you are or were a teen mom. And this is just my opinions. Everybody's opinion is different, but from firsthand experience and living in it at the moment, I'm just gonna like explain to people that don't really understand. So, given that said, let's just get into the video. So, if you are a subscriber and you have been following my channel since pretty much I started it, or since a couple videos ago, or a couple weeks ago, you know that I got pregnant at 14 and 15. So I got pregnant a lot younger than most teen moms. From my point of view, being 14 and 15 and getting pregnant is a lot different than getting pregnant at 18 or 19, but that is just my personal opinion. Some people may disagree with that, but that's just kind of like my personal opinion. So I think I'm just gonna kind of start off with the things I've heard as a teen mom from friends and family and just a lot of different people in my life that have experienced me being a teen mom. I'm going to kind of share some of the things that they have said to me and reasons why that is or isn't true. So I'm sure a lot of other teen moms have heard this, and that is, you're never going to graduate and you're never going to go to college. You're never going to pretty much finish your education. And I have heard that countless times, even from family members, obviously not my really close ones, but distant family members I've heard that from. And to me, that was really hurtful. And even when this year started back in August, September time, I even considered dropping out just because it is a lot. And for some teen moms, that is true, that they don't finish high school. And if you don't, like, I'm not putting any hate on you or anything, because I even considered dropping out, and school to me is so important. So the fact that I considered dropping out, that is true in a lot of different cases and a lot of teen mom cases, just because nobody really understands how hard it is to go to high school and have a kid. It is literally one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, just because I am a really slow learner. I have to completely focus, and that's hard to do with a toddler and having to be in school so I got pregnant in 8th grade, so that's 4 years of high school. So having to be pregnant for 4 years in high school would have been insane, and I totally understand why kids drop out. I'm not saying it's a good thing at all. I strongly encourage finishing your education, even if you are a teen mom. But that, like, assumption that people make is true in a lot of cases. It's not true in mine. I'm going to graduate. I'm going to finish no matter how stressful it is. But it is kind of true. So hearing that, I'm just saying right now, it is kind of true. But don't drop out. Don't listen to the haters. But not every teen mom drops out. Even the teen moms I personally know haven't dropped out. I've just heard of teen moms dropping out because it does get so hard, and firsthand experiencing thinking about dropping out, I do kind of agree with that, but not in a sense that it's a good thing to say to somebody, because you should always spread positivity. But in some cases it is true. Another thing I've heard about teen moms is that our parents raise our children. And again, I'm sure in some cases that could be true. You could give your child to your parents, but in all of the teen moms I know, including myself, my in-laws, and my mom do not raise my children. Even if I was a 30-year-old adult, my mom wouldn't still watch my daughter as much as she does now, which is like once every few months while we go on a date, or like if I need to like run into the school real quick, my mother or my mother-in-law or my siblings-in-law, or like that it would normally be if I was an adult. So like my mom and my in-laws don't watch my daughter more than they would be if I was an adult. So they watch them as much as they would if I was a grown adult. So to me personally, that assumption is just not at all true, and the fact that somebody said that to me just like kind of throws me off because that's ridiculous. Um Not to say that if you are a teen mom and you like gave your baby up for adoption, or you chose to give her to your parents, that is totally your choice and I fully support you. But in my case, that is not at all true, and I don't feel like anybody should say that to a teen mom. Another one I have heard before is you would have been a better mom if you were older. I feel like I will be just as good as a mom when I'm 30 as I am now. I feel like age isn't what makes a good mom at all. You could have your kid at 50 or you could have your kid at 14, and I feel like it's a choice to be a good mom. You're not just all of a sudden born with good mothering skills. You have to really work on being the best mom you can be, and you have to choose to be a good mom all the time. So I don't think that age has anything to do with that. And again, I'm probably going to say this on every assumption, but it's ridiculous that people even say that. Another assumption I've heard is your kids are going to be a teen mom because you were a teen mom and they learn from you. And quite frankly, that is just like a stupid assumption. Like, that doesn't even make sense. If my kids were teen parents, I would fully support them. But just because I was a teen mom does not mean my daughter is going to be, or my son is going to be a teen dad. Like, that just doesn't, that assumption doesn't make sense to me completely. Another assumption I hear is that all the baby daddies leave, which in some cases that is completely true. And you moms that are doing it single and you're a teenager, like, full props to you. Even if you're not a teenager and you're doing it single, you are fantastic and full props to you. But that assumption in some cases is completely not true, especially in my case. I love my husband more than anything, and he is the he is the father of my child, not the child of my father. So that assumption is just flat out not true, because living proof. And yeah. And another assumption I hear is your marriages won't work if you are a teen mom. Or not even like a teen mom, if you get married as a teenager, your marriage won't work, which doesn't really like have much to do with being a teen mom. But I was married as a teenager, and that's completely not true. I love that man more than anything, and with God in the center of our marriage, we will last forever. Okay, back to topic. So now that I've kind of got those assumptions out of the way, I'm gonna kind of talk about what it's like being a teen mom. So again, this is just my experience. This isn't for every other teen mom in the world. This is just me personally. So, yeah. In my personal experience, being a teen mom is really, really lonely because you don't have many friends. And for me, I feel like it's because all of my old friends that are still in high school are still teenagers. Of course, not all of them. But most of them, it's hard to really relate to them because they're still in that immature phase and they don't have kids to really make them grow up super fast. And so as a teen parent, you really have to learn to grow up crazy fast. And so I feel like that's why I don't really get along with most of my high school peers that I used to be like best friends with. And then I also feel like I really don't get along with other moms. I mean, there's a few that I really get along with, but I just feel different from them for some reason. And that may just be me and my awkwardness, but I just feel different from them. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just like, yeah, it's just hard to explain. I feel like I'm completely different from them, even though we're both moms. I feel like less than them, which I know I'm not. and I know I'm just as mature as they are. So I don't know why, but I just feel like I don't really get along with other adult moms. I'm probably not making any sense, but yeah. And also, as a teen mom, you're kind of just like in this weird phase. Like, I don't know a lot of adults that have TikTok and do weird dances on TikTok, but I know all the teenagers that do. So that's a way that I'm like a teenager, but I also don't know any teenager my age that is near as responsible as I am or other teen moms are, because you have to be super responsible and mature. So I feel like as a teen mom, you're just like kind of in this like middle ground. Like you just don't really relate to all the teenagers, but you don't relate to moms, and you're still kind of like a teenager, but you're still super responsible like a mom. It's so hard to explain. But yeah, you just feel kind of in the middle of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely blessed to be surrounded by an amazing family and just a few of my really good friends, because without them, I don't think I would really connect with anybody else. Like, I still connect with a few other people outside of my really, really tight friend group and my family, but without them, I don't think I would have any friends. So thank you to you guys for understanding me, even though I'm in this weird middle. Okay, enough rambling about that. On to the next point. Teen moms don't get enough credit. Like, in my personal opinion, we're going to high school, or we're like trying to be in this weird middle, and we don't really get enough credit as we should. Like, we're raising tiny humans. Raising a kid and going to high school is two very hard things by themselves. So I feel like not a lot of people give teen moms the credit that they really deserve, because it's such a hard thing to do, and yet there's tons of women all over the world that are doing it. And all we get is mean looks in the grocery store, or people that criticize us, or people that say control your kid. Negative Nancy's. Sorry guys, my weirdness comes out when I make a late night video. But yes, I feel like teen moms should get way more credit. And I feel like not a lot of people realize how extremely hard it is. Because it is. It's very difficult, especially the younger you are, the more difficult it is, in my opinion, I feel like. So, I feel like we should definitely get more credit. But beside all of those points, I would do it over and over and over again. And I would take the hate, and I would take going to high school, and I would do it infinity times over and over and over again, because she is one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and she is my whole world. And I love her more than anything. And I love being a teen mom. No matter what comes with it, it is seriously amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Okay guys, so I think this is probably going to be like a 20-minute video. I don't even remember some of the things I said in it. And so I'm just going to go edit it now. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this weird random video. Mwah. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.